If you've ever spent hours creating something that you thought was so cute only to hear crickets when you listed it on Etsy, you are not alone. In the beginning, for both my print-on-demand shop and my digital design shop, I would do the same thing. Throw up designs, cross my fingers, and hope for the best. Until I started taking my research really seriously. This means knowing exactly what types of products are selling, and then understanding what type of design trends to actually create them in. And today, with AI and tools and software, we are so much further ahead of the game, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm using it now to find products without guessing. If you are new around here, I am the owner of Bailey Design Co., a 7-figure digital design shop on Etsy, and I now teach others how to create the same types of shops on this YouTube channel and in my online communities. Okay, so the first step to stop wasting your time on flop products is to actually let data just tell you what's in demand. So today I'm using Profit Tree's Product Finder. So with just a few clicks, I can enter in any type of product keyword, let's just say a tumbler wrap PNG, and see what types of design keywords are actually selling and what's newer. This is really important at this point because we want to make sure what we're actually looking at isn't something like 3 years old and they've just ranked organically there for years, which is why I try to always find products that are less than 3 months old. Let me show you how this works. Okay, so over here in Profit Tree, all I'm going to do is click on Product Finder right here. Now, I do want to mention that I do have the lifetime program, and that is the account that I am signed in here. So you will see some of these columns blurred out, but I just want to make note that you actually will just be looking at a few of these columns. This is all that I use when I am doing this type of research. So all I'm going to do is type in a product type that I want to create something for. So this could be anything like a digital planner. It could be a clip art set. You could even get specific and say Halloween clip art set, or Halloween tumbler wrap, or maybe an ADHD planner. It doesn't just have to be product specific. So for this first example, I'm going to type in Halloween tumbler wrap. So now all I'm going to look at are the monthly revenue and the demand. So this is really helpful to just show how active the listing is. So 2 have sold in the last 24 hours. And then the listing age. So all of these columns are available with the lifetime plan. So just keep that in mind when you are choosing the plan, that when you are doing your research, this is what really is important. It is also helpful to know if they are running ads, which is this column right here. So what I'm looking for at this point are listings that have been created within the past couple of months that are doing very well or above average. Since this is an upcoming holiday, it's kind of difficult to see, which is why I'll show a different example in a moment, just because we haven't quite hit the peak Halloween search time for this. But it is really important to get on these really early holidays or on these really big holidays early, or as much as possible, just so we have enough chance to rank organically. So you can see that some of these have done extremely well, and they're all about 1 year old. So they were all created around this same time frame, which is middle of July, which should prove the point that these should be created a good couple of months in advance of the actual holiday. Some of these have made $1,600, $720, $975. I'm just going through the list here. $936, all on listings that are exactly a year old, and this is just in the Halloween tumbler wrap niche. You can kind of gauge how interested people are by in 20 plus carts, in 20 plus carts. So again, very helpful information, and will let you make a decision super quickly on what types of products you should be putting up at any given time. So let's take a look at something that is not seasonal related. Let's say you are more on the info educational type of digital product space and you sell digital planners. So I'm going to go ahead and type in just digital planner. Let's say you are a general digital planner shop, meaning you sell all types of digital planners in different niches, meaning it could be for ADHD, or it could be a medical digital planner, or maybe a homeschooling mom digital planner. This would be helpful in just seeing a wide variety of different types of products that are doing well. So what I'm going to do for this is actually filter by the listing age. So I've just toggled this on. Now my assumption is, and I will do some clarification, that is if it has a little negative sign or a dash sign, it means that it was put up within the last month. I'm not sure on this, but I can only assume that that's what it means because it does get to the point where they are 1 month old listings. So after a few scrolls through the pages, I've started running into 1 month old listings. So again, I'm just looking at the listing age, how many carts it's in demand or how many it has sold, and then looking at the revenue. So a lot of these are coming up because they've used the keyword digital planner just because they want to be found for that. Why? I'm not sure. This happens in the digital space a lot, but it could be just because they used the word digital or the word planner as well. So we have things like a travel planner, a digital meal planner, all-in-one planners, all of which are making substantial amounts of income and have been posted within the last month. So again, a really, really helpful way if you have a general product idea category that you want to create in and you aren't sure of the specifics that you want to actually make. You can also use this in the opposite way, meaning not putting in a particular type of keyword like a product category, but actually putting in a type of aesthetic to see what types of products are coming up. So I've just typed in the word coquette. As we all know, this has been a trending design aesthetic on Etsy for a while in the print-on-demand space and in the digital product space and in the decor space as well. So it's one to look at if you're trying to see different types of products that people are using the coquette design aesthetic for. I think that this is a really helpful way to use this tool to see the possibilities and the potential for all types of products. So not just digital, not just print on demand, but also physical products as well, because a lot of times you can take whatever is working in the physical product space and use it in the print on demand space as well. For example, this one here, it's called All Pink Coquette Bows. It's like a water bottle. Has averaged 91 sales and is bringing in about $7,000 a month to have sold in the past 24 hours. And while this is a physical product, you could actually take this whole concept and use it in the print on demand space or actually for your digital designs as well. So if we take a look at this product over here on Etsy, you'll see that it's a basic water type of a tumbler with a flip top. It is a branded type, so I'm not sure actually how they're making this. It could be vinyl or something. But basically it is a personalized item that is pink with really simple pink coquette bows. This would be very, very easy to create without AI in something like Canva or Photoshop. And then you could apply it towards print-on-demand products like either a coffee mug, a glass jar, or even a tumbler itself. Now, it might not be able to sell for $75 because this is a very specific type of water bottle brand. However, the concept of the idea is proven in the design. So even if you were to use this in your digital designs, it most likely would work as well, especially if you added the customization or personalization aspect. For another example, I've just typed in the keyword PNG design. So this would be useful for someone who has a sublimation design shop like I know a lot of you have on this channel, and you sell tumbler wraps, clip art, PNG designs, and you're just not sure what direction to move next in. Now, obviously, this first one is some type of demo or dummy listing that someone has put up because no PNG would sell for $50,000 unless this is some type of joke. I'm not sure. Anyway, you can really go through these and see what is working and what is not. So I'm seeing a lot of different types of bundles that work. And this is really important to know in the digital design space on Etsy right now, that bundles really do tend to do well. So if you have a lot of designs already created, you could maybe potentially look at bundling some of the themed ones or do what's called a whole shot bundle as well. You also have listings like this, which is a custom listing, meaning they will take your design idea and create a custom graphic. So this is really helpful to people who don't want to put up a lot of variety of different types of in-demand listings. You could also go the custom route and just charge a higher amount for your time and then be able to just sell fewer items without having to do a lot of the trending design research. I will state though, if you do go that custom route, you should be fairly confident in your design skills, as most of these people are going to be, again, paying a higher dollar amount, so they are going to want it created correctly. So using just these columns, the 6 sold in 24 hours or in 20 carts, along with the listing age and the amount of revenue that it's brought in, will be so beneficial in helping you to decide what's actually selling on Etsy, so you're not just creating random designs and getting no traction. If you are interested in trying the product finder with Profit Tree, I highly recommend that you check out the link in the description below, as I know that the lifetime deal is going away really soon. Again, it includes what I showed as far as the columns, so it will take the guesswork out of finding what types of products are actually selling on Etsy. Again, the link for that will be down in the description below. If you do want to learn how to use AI correctly so that you can create unique and trending designs without copying bestsellers, then be sure to watch this video up here next, as I do walk you through exactly how to do that in as quick as way possible. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.